Hello everyone and welcome back to Red 5 Plays Kerbal Space Program. Today we're going to be taking our rockets to new heights. Quite literally. And as you can see here, while you were out, I upgraded the launch pad. Cost 50,000 bucks so that it could take heavier ships. Now let's take a look at what we'll be taking up into space today. Also while you were out, I made our fourth rocket with these new Thumper solid fuel boosters. Man, this great. Got a lot of solid fuel, really pack a punch. And 4 of the small liquid fuel boosters, tail fins, and the swivel. Don't get reliant, trust me, it's not worth it. And a service bay with the mystery goo, a barometer, and a thermometer to take the temperature while we're in orbit. Maybe even reach new altitude and speed records. Okay, let's see what we got. 3 boosters, check. Swivel, check. No, wait, we need to disconnect them first. Let's see what they're called. The couplers, check. Swivel, check. Decoupler, check. Heat shield, check. And the parachute, check. I'd add more parachutes to this, but there's a parts limit in this level vehicle assembly building. So, let's just blast off. Okay, RCS doesn't really work that well. SAS check, pilot check, full throttle check, and launch. Wow, nice view of the sky. Please remain stable, please remain stable. Wow, they really pack a punch. Good thing I added tail fins to those. Otherwise they'd be spinning around, maybe going out of control. 1,000 meters per second. Let's see our apoapsis. 109 meters. And we have reached orbit. Decoupling boosters. Now let's fire up the swivel engine. I'm using the WASD keys to get my plane level and the Q and E for rotation. I know, call me counterproductive for pointing my ship downward when I want to get upward, but I'm trying to plan an orbit here, and my apoapsis is already pretty high as it is. This tab you can check on how much fuel you have. Periapsis 15,000 meters. Well, at least it's not above 35,000 meters, otherwise we'd be stuck up in orbit forever. If it's below 35,000 meters, then we get pulled in. Then we'll already be under the atmosphere, and we'll land right in the ocean. No, wait. No, we'll be landing near the ocean. And let's see what milestones we made today. Broken land distance record of 10 kilometers. 32. Wow. That's a lot of money. Not a lot of science, but money. It's time warp. The time warp scale increases as you get higher up in altitude. I mean, you can't go too fast down there, otherwise you'll crash into something like a mountain. Let's measure our stuff. Turn on the lights. Oh, just that one light. Block temperature. Space new Kerbin. Thermometer. Mystery goo. Let's keep the experiment. Cargo bay closed. Ejecting rocket engine. Heat shield, check. Once it gets near 70,000 meters, then you should be concerned. Now during re-entry, you want to point your rocket capsule near the retrograde marker. That's this little thing right here with the crosses. For maximum absorption with the heat shield. Parachutes still on, good. We still have enough electric charge to deploy parachutes. Yeah, I learned that the hard way some time ago, that if you don't have enough electric charge, you can't deploy your parachutes and you're doomed. Okay, let's fast forward. 60,000 meters, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54. Usually when I play this is when the craft starts to catch fire. And there we go. Just keep your spacecraft pointed straight toward the retrograde marker. And keep the valuable parts out of the fire, or else it will burn up and explode. And you don't want that, do you? Nope. Hope to God this parachute works. Another reason why I picked the swivel, very efficient fuel engine. I think I'm just going to stick with that. And forget about the Reliant. Those thumpers, they were really handy for getting the small craft up into orbit. And for cheap. And it was cheap, part-wise. Ablator. It's basically how much the heat shield has before it wears off. Which should not be before we hit the ground. Oh no! A meteorite is hurling towards Earth! Or Kerbin. Let's see its trajectory now. Oh look, it's gonna hit the ocean! And its orbit is degrading because its periapsis was within the atmosphere! Well, once I get better parts, I'll figure out what to do from there. Let's take a crew report from here. Let's fast forward. Usually this is not fast forwarding to re-entry is not recommended as you could lose control and destroy yourself. But now that the hot parts are over, hot literally, let's wait until we're at 5,000 meters. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, deploy chute. See how far we are from the space station. Wow, other side of the planet. Sweet. Come on, come on. The ocean is usually at 0 meters altitude, so at least the ocean's a safe bet on how long it is before you hit the ground. Land, sometimes unpredictable. You get mountains, rises, valleys. And splashdown. Want to take Jebediah for a swim? Wow, a spacesuit can float. Port. Well, you might if you decide to go down under. And I don't mean Australia, I mean under the sea. We'll recover Jebediah and then pick up the vessel. The tracking station. Our 4th rocket. No, I don't want to fly, but I might get a nice view of the ocean. Realistically, that capsule would sink. But it's a Kerbal space program. Physics aren't really that big a deal. Sweet, now they have enough science. As promised earlier, I told you to get the planes. And Shazam, there we are. We now have planes. Although I have the MechJeb mod installed, I'd get that, but one, I promised you planes, so I'm giving you planes. Oops, I clicked vehicle assembly building by mistake. No matter. You can always hit Switch Editor and you can hear. And 2, we have some below 18,000 meter contracts to fill up, and I don't want to disappoint now. Okay, let's see. Mark 1 cockpit. Liquid fuel for the fuselage. Ooh, the nice book. You're gonna need that. Aircraft. Ooh, that design looks promising. Basics. Forces, lift, drag, thrust, weight, lift, thrust, intakes. Center of lift. It's best to have your center of lift right behind your center of mass. Like this plane. Yeah, otherwise if you orient it poorly, you'll crash and you won't last long. So what's a plane without wings? Weak. Let's go for something bigger. And as this is the space plane hangar, it only has the mirror mode, which is understandable because planes are usually built symmetrically. And you can use the WASD QE keys to orient the aileron correctly. Okay. Come on. Well, that has a 30-part limit too. Let's see. No, wait, even better. Tail connector A. Man, I hate it when it does that. There we go. Center of mass. Lift. Okay, maybe I made that a little too long. Let's see. Four well evenly spaced out engines. I think I might call this the Wright Flyer. I know the Wright brothers didn't have jet engines back then, but I'm naming this in honor of the Wright brothers, the first one to achieve manned flight. Engines check. Ooh, air intakes can't go without those. Man, the engines are a bit too far back. I think I'll move them out. Landing gear, can't go without that. And this is also a good time for the rotate tool. That way your plane can be stable both before, during, and after takeoff. Tail fins, can't go without those. Okay, let's see what you got here. Two engines, check. Under the 30-part limit? Wow, barely under the 30-part limit. So, let's fly. Man, that's annoying. Crud. This is at escape, revert to spaceplane hangar. And alter the spring and damper strength. You lower the spring strength and increase the damper, you reduce bouncing. Slides into the ocean. Of course we did. Oh no, that doesn't look good. Come on, come on, come on. Or we could answer the question, can you fly without a tail fin? Maybe not for long, but I'll fly. And crap, I forgot to activate navigation. We go to map view and hit the navigation. And you hit V, camera free, chase, locked, take locked. Like whenever you're in one of those flight simulators, you can fly places. Oh crap. I think maybe I added too many engines, which limited the amount of other parts I could use, like, I don't know, maybe a parachute. There we go. Part limit check. 24, let's see. $25. 3 augmented parachutes. 26, 27, 20, 29. That way, in case I need to get my crew down safely, and I'm about to and crash is imminent, I can at least do a controlled crash. Always be sure to use avert flight when possible, everyone. It'll save your crew's life. Okay, let's try this again. Set your navigation. To Sean's, to Crinket's Fortune. Gauging SAS. Seems pretty stable. And taking off. Come on. 85. 90. Man, this needs a better runway. And we're airborne. And 900 units of fuel. Doesn't look too bad. 2 of those fuselage engines and 2 of those mini engines. You can also use the time warp to get places faster in flight. Since we're going to take the crew aboard, you right click the cockpit and hit the thumbtack so you can keep it there later. So it doesn't keep clicking on and off. Okay, let's see inside. You can press C to see inside the cockpit. Docking mode. What? Check out this milestone again. Splashing into the ocean. A reputation star. Let's see where we are on the map relative to the Crinket's Fortune. Truth be told, I think I'd have preferred flying during the day where everything's easier to see. Good thing I have contingency plans for that. Okay, let's slow down the warp. And another note for the time warp. Not only can it warp time, it can warp physics as well. It can either keep your plane straight or wobbling all over the place. Don't use time warp unless you be going in a straight line for some time. Even then, make sure your craft is well oriented. Entering, take report now. Well, since I'm pointing northeast, let's see how far I can get. Ooh, contract complete. We completed the contract, sweet. Oh, I'm losing altitude. Okay, to put that ejection capsule to the test, let's say I run out of fuel right now. I can always cut the engines if I'm really low. I don't want it to fly off too far. Hit space. Eject. The reason I put the parachutes in a separate stage so that I can give my plane enough time to fall or faster so it doesn't, dangle there forever. And releasing camera, deploying chutes. And there is whatever's left of the right flyer. Crud. I hope this can take the splashdown. I pray to God it does. Two, one. Ooh, what do you know? It did. Let's recover the vessel. Ooh, what have we here? Debris? And more debris. Below 1,800 meters. I'm in. Kerbin landed. Okay, so after I complete these contracts, I'll be filthy rich and have a lot of science to go with it. Speaking of science, let's see what I need to get next. Like Jab, it's kind of like an autopilot. Ooh, probe. I get to finally send probes places. Science Junior. Ooh, can't forget that. Radiators. Antennae. Structural stuff. A crew cabin. A decoupler. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Next stop on Kerbal Space Program, our finally achieved orbit. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time on Red Fireplace KSP.